So on the planning, it's supposedly to be gentle flow today, but we'll make it gentle, but we'll still do like some standing poses, and you can do it as hard as you want, like with vinyasa and things. And then we'll practice Kapalabhati, so one of the breathing technique that we have to practice. And yeah, so at least we can revise our seated postures as well, and then with the standing there will be also a little revision for this afternoon. So if you're good, like you can sit like sit on a block or something. And take this moment to notice how you're feeling this morning. Feel the earth under your feet. Feel the grounding in your legs. And feel your seat bone anchoring into the earth or into your block or bolster. Visualize like a triangle from your knees to the base of your spine. Like a solid foundation, solid base. Start to extend your exhalation. And bring your breath into your belly if it's not there yet. Let your belly expand on the inhalation. And come back towards the spine on an exhalation. Each exhale take you to your center, bring you home. And feel your spine growing tall towards the top of your head. Relax your shoulders, your jaw, your face. Your eyes. I invite you to come back to the intention you set up at the beginning of the training. Or maybe make a new one for the week to come. A wish, like a wish you want to see grow, like a little seed you plant into your heart space. And you make to grow throughout the week. Three more breaths. On the next exhale, you can open the eyes. And then uncross your legs. Give them a little shake. And then bring the feet flat onto your mat. And then give them a little I forgot the word. How do you call when you do that to a baby?
A rock.
A rock. Give your hips a rock. Thank you. And then we're gonna stay on the right side. So with the right leg in front and then the left at the back. Yes. Okay, so inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale, bend on one side. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, bend on the other side. We do 2 more times on each side, very gently. Find some space at each breath. Soften your hips. And once you've done at least 3 times on each side, come back to the center. Inhale, lift the arms up, grow tall. And exhale, come back to your sit bone, squeeze your legs, and then come to the other side. So left leg in front. So we do 3 times on each side. Make the breath to initiate the movement. And then once you've done at least 3 times on each side, come back to the center. Arms above the head, grow tall. And exhale, come back to your sit bone. And cross your leg, cross your right leg, and extend the left one. Okay, so inhale, lift up. And exhale, extend towards the straight leg. Stay here for a few breaths. You can bend the knee if you need to. Flex the foot. And then find some movement into your right side. So maybe open the chest to the sky. And then exhale, round your back. A little bit towards the leg. One more breath. And next time you inhale, lift up, arms above the head, and exhale, twist towards the right, so the bended knee. Yeah, stay here for a few breaths. On each inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale, twist a little further if you can. And then inhale, come back to the center. We'll put the right hand onto the floor and then come onto the right chin. Not chin, shin. So we are like on a sided little plank, yeah. And then we'll do some circle with the arm around the front, and then maybe a little back bend when the arm is above the head. And then place the left hand onto the ground, onto your mat. Stay on your right shin. Open the knee for pigeon pose. So slide the left leg. Yeah. And here you can place the finger a little apart and do some movement. So stay in pigeon. I can't do pigeon on that side. Maybe when you look up, you may want to look over the right shoulder. Maybe next time you can look on the left side of the shoulder. And then come back to the center, push into your hand, and then step the right foot back into your first downward dog. Like bend the knees if you need to, maybe roll over your feet, find some movement into your ankle, lift the hips. And try to make some space between your shoulder blades. Very nice. And then from downward dog, bring the left knee towards the left elbow into your pigeon on the other side. And then here you can make some waves with your spine. And maybe next time you inhale, you can watch over your right shoulder. And exhale, watch over the left one. And come back to the center. Bring your right foot, come onto your left shin. Place your left hand on the floor and come back to your little side plank. So inhale, lift the heart, find a little back bend, and exhale, round a little bit forward. One more breath. And then come back to the ground, sit, and then keep your left leg bent with the right leg open. Yeah. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, twist towards the left. So breathe here. On the other side, Becca, I don't know if you did that way on the first one. So breathe here, each inhale, lift up. And exhale, find a little bit more twist. And inhale, come back to the center, lift the arms above the head, and exhale towards the right leg. And find some movement here, so round a little bit towards the knee, and inhale, lift the chest, maybe a slight back bend, open the shoulder. And then we do the flow. We'll do the flow all together. So inhale, lift the chest, Exhale, round a little bit the back. Inhale, lift up. Arm above the head, grow tall. And exhale, twist towards the left. So we'll start the flow again, but like in reversed. Inhale, come back to the center. Place the left hand onto the ground. Push your hips. Come into the shin, the left shin. Inhale, open the chest towards the sky. Little back bend. And exhale, round a little bit forward. Inhale, open the chest. Turn your shoulders. And exhale, place both hands onto the ground. Move the left knee towards the left wrist. And extend the right leg. So we do one wave with our body into pigeon pose. And then on the next inhale, stay up. Exhale, look on top of the right leg, the right shoulder, sorry. Inhale, center, and exhale, left shoulder. And inhale, come back to the center. Place your hand onto your mat. Bring your right leg and push back into downward dog, hips towards the sky. One breath here. And then bring the right knee towards the right wrist, this time into pigeon pose. So right, the other leg, yeah. And then one breath, wave your spine up and down. Then stay up. And then exhale, look above one shoulder. Inhale to the center and exhale on the other shoulder. Very nice. Inhale, come back to the center. Place your hand onto the floor. Bring your left foot on the ground, on your little side plank. Open the chest to the sky. Inhale, little back bend. And exhale, round. Inhale, open the chest, little back bend. And exhale, come and sit onto your bum. Keep the right leg bended, left leg extended. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale up. And exhale towards the left leg. And then inhale, come back to the center. Very nice. Come back into cross-legged. Actually, now we'll sit. We keep the right leg long and the left leg on top of it. So for the one who can bend the leg below, you might want to stack your both leg, your both knee, if you want, if you can. You can always lift your hips if you need. Okay, and then we inhale, pull the chest forward, and exhale, round the back. Give yourself a nice hug. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, open the chest. Right arm above the head. And then turn your left arm, place it onto your back, bend the right elbow, maybe catch your hand, maybe not. Stay tall. Breathe here. And then inhale. Free the arm, open the arm, and uncross your leg. So then we'll, with extended legs, sit your sit bone, and then inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale, bend forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist to the right. Roll onto your right side of the leg and do a little twist towards the back. Very nice. Inhale, come back to the center. And exhale, twist towards the left. Roll onto the left side of your feet. A little twist towards the back of your mat. You do 2 more times. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Inhale to the center. Exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale up. And come back to the center. Cross your right leg on top of the left. You may want to keep it straight, or stag your knees and come back into the posture we did before if it's okay for your knees. And then inhale, lift the arm, open the chest, and exhale, cross the arm on the other side this time. Round the back. Inhale up. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. And then this time we'll do an open twist. Place the left, so extend the left leg. Extend the left leg. Roll onto the side of your leg with the left foot on the floor, and then inhale up. Lift the hips. And then inhale. Grow tall. Exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale up. Exhale, open the twist. Then land onto your left hand. Roll onto your left side and lift the hips. So you want to be on the side of your left foot, not on the ankle. Flex foot, yes. And inhale, come down. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale into the open twist. Land onto your hand, roll onto the left side and lift your hips. And then come back to place your hand at the back of the mat and come back into downward dog. 5 breaths here. So on each inhale, lift the hips up. Try to make some space between your elbows, between your shoulder blades. So try to make some space here. Like feet. Ouais. And then place your right hand onto the ground. Keep your right leg straight. Come and sit on your buttock with your left leg on top. Okay, very nice. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist towards the left. Inhale to the center, lift, and exhale, open the twist. Inhale, land onto your right hand, roll onto the right side of the body, and lift the hips. Inhale, come back into your seated posture. Grow tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift to the center. Right foot is flexed. Yeah. Exhale, open the twist. And inhale, land onto your hand. Roll on the right side. And lift your hips. Inhale, come back to the center. One more time. Exhale, towards the left. Inhale up, flex foot. Exhale, open, land onto your hand, lift your hips, and come onto the side of the right foot, not on the ankle. So flex foot, yes. And then come back and find your downward dog. And then slowly bend the knees, walk towards the back of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lift the chest. Exhale, down, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, lift. And bend the knees, come back into standing posture. Stay at the back of your mat. And hands in front of your heart. So spread your toes, spread your feet. And then inhale, lift the arms up above your head. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale into plank pose. So you can do your chaturanga or version of cobra if you want. And then 5 breaths into downward dog. If you want a more gentle practice, you can always skip the vinyasa, stay in downward dog or come into tabletop or child pose. Inhale, lift the hips up. Slowly come back to the front of your mat. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend forward. And inhale, come back with a straight back. Open the chest. And exhale. Relax the arms. Place the hands in front of your heart. Transfer the weight on the left foot, left leg. Lift the right foot. And place it, open the knee. Place your right foot either on the shin onto the thigh into tree pose. Do you want some mosquito thing, Netta? Oi, oop! Sorry. Breathe here. So push your left leg into the right foot. One more breath. I think Jessica wanted some. Into tree pose, very nice. Okay, maybe take a deep inhale and exhale. Step your right foot. So make a big step with the right foot. And then you can turn towards me into warrior 2. So right foot towards the front of the mat, knee bent, the back foot onto the floor, and try to push towards the left side of the left foot. Arms at shoulder height, and a knee towards the middle of the front foot. Yes. Breathe here. Very nice. And then inhale, extend your leg. Turn your feet towards the back of the mat. So left foot facing the back of your mat. Inhale, push your right hip towards the back. Inhale, reach forward. And exhale, let the hands towards the leg. Open the chest, open the right shoulder towards the sky. Into the triangle pose. You can always use a block if it's more comfortable and if you need to make the floor closer to you. Breathe here. And then shift your weight onto the left leg. Bring your right foot a little bit closer, like to shorten the stance. I like to do that pose with the right hand onto the hips to start with, and then lift the right leg. Lift the right leg. Keep your right leg towards the sky, so open hip here. Right shoulder towards the sky. So open, we kept the open hips. So it's another posture. Like the hips is open. So we stayed the hips. Yes. Okay, take a deep breath. And exhale, land your right foot into warrior two. Inhale, left arm up towards the sky and maybe towards the back. And then inhale, come back to the center. Windmill the hand towards the ground into a vinyasa if you want. Options to stay into tabletop and do cat and cow if you want a more gentle practice. Very nice. Two more breaths. And when you're ready, come back to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend forward. And inhale, come back up to standing with a straight back. Arms above the head. And inhale, hand to the front of the chest. Grow your roots into each of your toes. Spread your feet. And then transfer the weight onto your right foot, right leg. Lift the left leg. And place the left foot either onto the lower leg or onto the thigh. Open the knee. Breathe here. So push your right leg onto the left leg, to keep both hips straight. One more inhale. And exhale, step the left leg. Turn your feet towards me. Bend the left knee into warrior two. Lift the arms at shoulder height. Very nice. Breathe here. And then inhale, come back to the center. We're going to turn the feet towards the back of the mat. So right toes towards the back of the mat. Left foot onto the floor. And then push the hips towards the back. inhale, reach forward, and exhale, let the right hand onto your leg or the floor, keep the left side towards the sky. Breathe here. Keep your legs strong. If you wanted to pull each foot towards the center, like if you wanted to hoover the energy from the earth. And then inhale, come back to the center with your left hand onto your hip if you want. And bring your weight onto the front leg. Lift the back leg. Push onto the feet, onto the foot. So left foot is flexed. Yes. And left side towards the sky. Very nice. One more breath. And then slowly land your back foot. Keep the front knee bend into revolved warrior two. So breathe into the right side. And then inhale, come back to center. Windmill your hand to your mat. Into a vinyasa if you wish. Options to stay into tabletop or find another way to soften your practice this morning. And then slowly bend your knees, come back to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend forward. And inhale, come back into standing. Arms up. And open. Find your stable standing posture. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Bend the knees into chair pose. Pull your buttock towards the back. Bend the knees. Arms above the head. And then inhale, come back into standing pose. Keep your knees bent. Just transfer the weight onto the left leg and cross the right leg under, above. So squeeze your thigh. Squeeze your thigh. So cross-legged, cross thighs. Now cross the thighs. Yes. Okay. And then cross the left elbow into the right and maybe catch your hand. The option is to stay with the hand onto the shoulder. And an inhale, lift. And exhale, step back into warrior one, but we'll turn around and you face the front of the mat, the other side. Yes. And then inhale, bring your hand in front of your chest, transfer the weight onto the front leg and lift the left leg to warrior three. So keep both legs, both hips towards the floor. And then place the hands onto the ground, land your left foot and step back for a vinyasa, or you may want to find another option that works for you today. Two more breaths. And then come back into downward dog and slowly come back to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, bend forward. And inhale, come back into standing. Arms above the head. And exhale. Arms on each side of your body. Take a deep inhale and exhale, bend the knees. Spread your toes. Lift the arms each side of your ears. And then transfer the weight onto the right leg. Cross the left leg. The left thigh. So squeeze the two thighs together. Maybe lower your buttock to find your cross-legged chair. And open the arms at shoulder height and cross the right elbow on top of the left. Hand onto the shoulder or hand together. Inhale. Open the chest, open the arm, and then step the left foot into warrior one. And then we'll turn towards the back of the mat. So stay into your warrior one or a high lunge here. So both hips towards the front of your mat. Yes. So arms up. Very nice. One more inhale, lift up. And exhale, come towards the front of the mat. Transfer your weight. And then lift the right leg. Push onto the heel. Imagine you want to extend yourself from the right heel to the top of your head. So keep both hips squared. Yeah, drop your right hips a little bit. Yes, that's it. Very nice. And then exhale, step the back foot. Land your hand onto the mat for a vinyasa if you wish. Or another posture to soften the practice if you need to. And then come back into downward dog. Walk your feet towards the hands. And then open the feet a little bit. And lower into a squat. Or stay higher if your knees are not comfortable. Okay, and if you feel like your buttock is not too far from the earth, drop your seat bones onto the ground, come into your bum. Yes, very good. Mind your knees. You can help yourself with the hand if you want to. Yes. And then come back into boat pose. That was expected for some of you. Okay, leave the chest. Open the chest. Yes, very nice. Relax your. And take a deep inhale and exhale, roll onto your back. So you can rock back and forth a few times onto your back. And then come back into boat pose. If it works for you, if you have enough, you can rest. Very nice. And you can do that one more time if you wish. So roll or just lay down or maybe rock your knees. And then next, after you finish your boat, you can either roll or just place the hand behind your buttock with the foot, with the bended knees, foot on the floor. Take a deep inhale and lift your hips into reverse tabletop. Yes. Breathe here. Maybe lift a little bit more if you can. then very slowly, instead of putting your buttock where it was, try to bring it between your hands. Yes, very good. So we'll do that 2 more times. Push onto your hand, so you can use your block if you want, if you need some lift. And then push onto your hand, lift your hips. Very nice. Yeah, maybe one more time if you wish. And then find your seated pose for a moment. So push into your heel, flex foot, open the chest, the hands on each side of your body. And bring your right foot inside of your left leg, open the knee. And inhale, lift the arms above the head. And exhale, bend forward. Bend your left knee if needed. So squared hips. So bring your right hip forward a little bit. Isabelle, bring your right hip forward. Yes. And inhale, lift up. Open the chest. Slide your right leg. Push onto the heel and then bring the other foot inside. Yes, so keep your hips towards the front of your mat. Very nice. And then inhale, arms above the head, grow tall. And exhale, bend forward. And then inhale, come back to the center and find a comfortable seat facing me. So we'll do Kapalabhati and then we'll do Shavasana afterwards. So sit on something a little high to allow the knees to be at hips height. Yeah, or you can find that posture as well. And then close your eyes. Come back into your comfortable seat. And find your belly breathing. Okay, you can open your eyes if you want. Has anyone never practiced Kapalabhati before? You've done all Kapalabhati before, so that's the. It's all coming from the belly. It's a relaxed inhale and a forced exhale. Has everyone done that before? Yeah?
I'm not sure if I did it right though.
Okay, that's fine. No, I just want to run through a few contraindications, like some stuff that you shouldn't be doing in some conditions. So, Kapalabhati is not advised for pregnant women. I personally don't practice it when I'm on my period because you're squeezing your belly. It's not very comfortable, but it's up to you. And then if you have hypertension as well, it's not recommended. And then tension into the eyes, so like glaucoma, but so make sure you maybe do a reminder at the beginning when you practice Kapalabhati with the students. And then I think that's it. So it's a fiery breath. I personally don't practice in the evening, or very, very short, very gentle. You can soften also the exhale if you want. You can do it a bit in a softened way if you only have classes in the evening. And then I usually don't practice it when it's really hot. I do it more in winter when it's cold to bring some fire and some heat. And then the idea is to not feel dizzy. You might feel dizzy. Your student might feel dizzy, so they should take a rest. Maybe have a lay down, and then maybe start again slowly. But if it's not fitting for them, then they don't do it. And I think that's it for the first instructions. And the trick with Kapalabhati is to keep a pace, because usually the beginners will start with a pace and then slower, do it faster and faster, and then at the end they are short of breath, and that's when they get dizzy. So what I do with my students is, because I don't do it that often, when I practice it, I put a count. And I've got a special count that was given by my pranayama teacher. And it's got guidelines on how you can actually make it quicker after you are used to it. But I don't practice it that much, so I keep that beginner pace. So I'll put it on, and basically each time you hear the bang, you exhale and force the lower belly. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, what do you do exactly?
Sorry?
What do you do exactly?
Yes, good question. Sorry.